Hello everyone, Hachadino over here, and today we are going to talk quite a bit about Subrock because we have gotten some buffs just before the patch notes kind of got into the final form. Do remember, of course, that you can check the sheet where I'm going to post all of the guides along all of the interesting things. There's even a new part with the tier set about a rotational change. Of course, as you might expect, there are not a lot of changes on the rotation, but that is for another video. Now let's go into the changes for Rogue. We don't have a lot of changes for Sublety in particular, but we will read all of them anyway. Now, Cold Blood cooldown begins immediately and has a 15-second max duration. This is mainly for Fatebound Assassination because it was going to be very annoying with their own Cold Blood that they have that only gets spent on Eviscerate. Envenom. And it was a little bit annoying for them. Now they got a little bit of a buff on the 2-set bonus for Deathstalker, and there's also a little bit of a bonus also on the 4-set. Assassination mainly will play Deathstalker almost anywhere except if there only one target and one target alone. They will play Fightbound there. Now Sublety, this nerf is kind of whatever. We don't really play Deathstalker anyway. Maybe it's more for PvP than for PvE. And then this was a weird bug, like your hand them down, singular focus, your mark damage, etc. was not getting affected by the lingering darkness. Was annoying, not a huge number anyway. We don't play that, so we don't care that much. Now Fatebound has been buffed quite a bit for both Outlaw and Assassination. And then for Trickster things, it got a little bit of a nerf for Outlaw and for Sublety. This is not really a nerf. It's kind of, let's say, neutral, more bursty, kind of, yeah, because now it has less baseline, but now Nimble Fury affects a percentage. And now it's 20% on PvE and 10% in PvP because in PvP Blades is 10%. Now this makes it so your Nimble Flurry it gets up to 72%. We tried on the PTR and it's confirmed that that's what happened. Now for general aura buffs, Assassination got 4%, Outlaw got 3.5, and even more damage on Kill Spree, so they don't cancel it. I haven't checked, but maybe they still cancel it anyway because it's very, very bad. And Sublety got a 5% on top of the 5% that we have. So if you see the kind of data mining things, you will see that it goes from 5 to 10. That was because some weeks ago we did get a 5% buff baseline. Now, does this change much for Sublety at least? Not really. It's around a 4 point something damage increase in both single target and slice. And this makes it just so we are a little bit more bursty because losing 5% all the time kind of gets the same power on doing a little bit more while Nimble Flurry it's up. It's still not working with Dance, kind of weird with Shadow Finishers, and with Secret Technique, kind of weird with Shadow Finishers. There are still some bugs to check there. And talking about bugs, I'm going to go very fast on here. They have fixed the parry thing for the whole rate. I did a video of that. They have fixed their Rotten bug, a very annoying one, but it doesn't matter because we are not going to play Rotten. Then they have fixed the tier set bug that was empowering the first coup de grace instead of the second. That's kind of useful, a little bit more power because the second one has more flawless stacks anyway. And if you didn't know, from the tier set, we do have one little change on our rotation, and if when we have blades, we're going to storm in between the two coups. I'm going to make, of course, a full guide where I will explain this. It will be just a little bit of things, and then also a min max kind of video because there are a lot of things that are in the APL that people maybe don't do or don't do well enough. I see that when people show me their logs and things like that. But that's everything for now. Have a nice day, and I will see you on the next video. Of course, the link of the sheet is always in the description.